Hey guys, welcome back to another Honkai reaction video. And today we are going to be covering, oh boy, Everlasting Flames. This is the animated short that effectively hooked me on Honkai, and it's gonna be interesting to revisit this one. I don't know, this one invoked such intense emotion out of me the first couple times I watched it, and still gets me to tear up every time I've seen it since, but yeah, I have a lot to say about this one, so I'm happy to share with y'all. I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts about this one, probably. Hopefully this doesn't end up being like a 30-minute video. I'll try not to make it a 30-minute video. But as always, if you guys have anything to say, or if I said anything wrong, please just leave it in the comments. Just share your thoughts down below, I'd love to hear from you guys. And I think that we're just gonna switch over. Boom. Alright, so you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. I promise you this time, I'm not gonna cry. Oh man. Oh man. These are just... Man. This monologue is brutal. Oh yeah, you can also see her forming the void spears over her hands there. Over the Herrscher of Domination's hands. Oh man. Alright, there we go. Easy. Oh man. Oh God, that still gives me goosebumps. Oh. The end of a human. Okay. Just show them that they made the right choice. Ah, come on, no. Oh. Fuck. Come on, you got this. Bronya's always got her back, man. Such an amazing friend. It's not over yet. You're wrong. God, this entire sequence just really emphasizes why I love this character so much and this story. Kairamichi Dakara. But hope can fade. Yeah. Where pain once shadowed the path, hope will be rekindled to burn away the darkness and carry on the everlasting flame. That's the kind of thesis that this short opens up with. You see down here, or in the teaser it is, yeah, in the teaser over here. That's what it says. Pain once shadowed the path, hope will be rekindled, burn the darkness. I don't know. Ever since I saw that like short like, I don't know, passage has just been stuck in my head on repeat for almost 2 years now. And it just does such a good job of encapsulating what this animation and what this story is about as a whole. Like, man, I don't know. For me, this story means a lot. And it really did shape my perspective of how I see the world these days. And it's helped me to develop my personal philosophy on life, I guess, and human nature. A lot of the stuff she says here, let's just put it in the background while I'm going. Hersher of Domination was such a good villain for this arc. She really just encapsulates the absolute antithesis of everything that the main cast believes in and is fighting for. Your thoughts and acts were just and kind. But tell me, did they impress anyone but yourself? Okay, that line there. Your actions were just and kind, but tell me, did they impress anyone but yourself? I don't care. Look, if you have a chance to make someone's life a little easier and it doesn't inconvenience you, why not? Even if they don't remember it, even if they don't bow down and thank you, who cares, right? You're helping out, you're helping the world just that tiny little bit by sacrificing absolutely nothing. And this game really taught me that you can take those small acts of kindness and they may mean a lot more to certain people and it can really help them in their day. But I think that the idea that just because they don't thank you or show gratitude is that it's useless to be kind and just to people is a lousy excuse. Like, people these days, grow up so negative, and they inherit such. Because when you watch the news, or so when you go on Twitter or social media, every day you're just bombarded with these terrible stories about terrible people doing terrible things. And that's only because the stories about the heroes in our world don't get publicized. They don't get clicks. For every terrible story you see, there's a ton of people out there who are doing good things to help humanity. And I don't believe that humans are inherently evil. And I don't know. Humans, I don't believe, are inherently evil, but a lot of people choose to act in ways that they believe benefits them because they've lost faith that other people can be good. And it's a seriously sad thing to see. While I don't believe that everything in the world is hunky-dory or super beautiful and nice and whatever, I still can acknowledge the nice things in my life, the people that have helped me out, all the opportunities I've been given, all the gifts. Even in the worst points of my life, I can always acknowledge the fact that luckily there are people out there who are willing to help, and even if it feels like you're alone, you're never truly alone. And the only people who say that they're truly alone are those who don't look. You can disagree with me on that all you want, but I just personally believe that this world is completely shaped by how we choose to act and what we choose to do. It's unfortunate that bad people get into positions of power where they're able to spread their terrible visions and hurt people, as we see with the situation over in Russia and Ukraine right now, and other places in world history. But I believe that if more people adopt the idea that at its core, we can choose to be good or bad, and if we choose to help other people out, it makes our overall world a much nicer place for everybody. And I know some people won't agree. That's just how I feel. And some people say it's a naive take, but like I said, I don't necessarily think that every single. I just don't necessarily think that the world is an evil, evil place. Obviously, you still have to be careful. There are dangerous people, but you can do your best to avoid them and surround yourself with people that make your life happy. Like, at the end of the day, if a person if a person helps you out, or you just like being around the person, it makes you feel happy, then that's that, right? As long as you're not hurting anyone, it is what it is. And those are the people that you need to focus on instead of the people that are doing terrible things out there, making headline news. And I believe that by focusing on the people close to us that really, that really encapsulate the best parts of humanity in our eyes, we can adopt a much more productive view of other people. And we can realize that there's a lot more good people than there are bad people in our world. And that we need to keep fighting against those kinds of people in whatever ways we can. Whether it be in small ways or big ways, I think that it's always just best. Man. But yeah, I was really inspired by Kiana's stalwart belief in her friends and her family, to look to them whenever things get dark. Even after everything she's been through, she still fully believes that there are things in this world worth fighting for. And while not everything is necessarily beautiful, the parts that she finds beautiful, she's willing to do anything she can to protect them. And I think that's a great mindset to have, and personally was very inspiring to me. See here. There are people who have taught me to never give up. They've been guiding me, showing me all the beautiful things in the world. Man. And the lines here, they're very straightforward. They're not very difficult to interpret. It's just meant to say, even though the world isn't all sunshine and rainbows, not everything is perfect. There are still the parts of the world that we perceive as beautiful, and those are the parts that we need to focus on and protect from those evil parts. So we need to acknowledge that they are there and be able to spot them when we see them, but we can't let it jade our vision and allow us to become part of that darkness that ultimately consumes certain people and make them do terrible things. We still have a lot of people out there fighting the good fight, allowing the good of the world to prevail, and there's a reason why the world hasn't just been conquered by one terrible human being, and that there's always going to be good to rise up to evil. And yeah, it's a great message, you know. It's a very simple message. And yeah. And the whole idea of the everlasting flames is that this is one thing that I personally live by every day. With everlasting flames, the idea is that flames spread, and flames are the things that produce light. So when someone does a nice thing, or when there's a good person, that person is a source of light or a part of the flame. And when they spread that to other people, sure, some people might not catch that spark, but they're just waiting for that opportunity where one person will catch that spark. And if one person's able to ignite that flame within themselves to be better for other people, they can go on to spread that flame to other people. And as long as this cycle continues, we're never truly going to be without the good in the world. And man, when Himiko said that, man, God, that got me, man. It's part of that passage that I was talking about earlier, where where pain once shadowed the path, hope will be rekindled to burn away the darkness and carry on the everlasting flame. It's a very simple passage and a very simple story. Basically, where pain will cloud your vision and will immerse you into the darkness, hope will be rekindled in the form of somebody close to you or somebody out there. And some people, unfortunately, will never get to experience that spark. But that's why it's important for as many of us as possible to inherit it, and for as many of us to keep trying to spread it as we can. Even if it's only 1 in 1,000 people that we interact with, it would have all been worth it if one person is able to catch that spark and is able to push that on to the next person, to the next person. I believe that that is the only way that the goodness of the world can truly continue to prosper and spread. And I think it's the best way for it. So if you have time, go, I don't know, go reach out to your friends, see if go text them how are you doing, you know, catch up with them, you know, see how everyone's doing in your life. You know, it doesn't hurt you at all to talk to someone a little bit. It's not like you have to carry their trauma on to you. It's just the fact that, you know, it's nice to know that someone's there and someone was there to check on you. It doesn't hurt to listen, you know? Listening is a great opportunity to help somebody else. It's always great to talk to someone. I don't know. Maybe it's just my incoherent rambling to myself, but, you know, for me, if I can inspire one person to be better, then I would have thought that my life had some meaning at some point. So, sorry to go off on a philosophical rambling and whatever. Alright, but if you like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever. And go out, and if you can, do something nice for someone. Alright? Bye!